Now, if you haven't already, folks, I don't know what you're waiting for. We're live all the time here at Chat Sports. We constantly give you guys awesome NFL videos. We got a mailbag coming up right now from our questions during our live show. So if you're part of the 60-something% that watch our shows but aren't subscribed, it's time to change that. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. First up from Mike Honcho, when do the Lions replace Stafford?
It's a good question. I'm curious to see how he comes back this year with the back. Obviously, he was placed in the COVID-19 list, so we'll see how quickly he returns from that. Doesn't mean he has the coronavirus, but we will see how he plays this year. 3 to 4 years, maybe? He's not super
Let me put it this way. I have a bet with a member here at Chat Sports that I get a 24-pack of beer.
Well, it's up to like 96 now, isn't it?
We're basically at a nice even 100.
We're quadrupling down.
For how many, that if Matthew Stafford will be on the roster for the Lions and their starting quarterback, I think after this year, I'm going to tap out. Because the contract becomes a little bit more manageable, and if they blow up the coaching staff, they might blow the whole thing up.
Interesting. So we'll see on that one.
All right, David Vilama, who would fit better? Matthews, meaning Clay, or Jadeveon Clowney, I assume you mean for the 49ers here?
I think Clowney fits better at every scheme just because he's a better player at this point. Clay Matthews can still offer a team something. I think it almost has to be a 3-4 scheme at this point, in my opinion, to maximize his
or like
value.
a sub guy only.
Yeah, sure, passing downs only. I think the answer is almost always going to be Clowney.
All right, Zeno saying, will Dak win a Super Bowl before Romo makes the Hall of Fame?
Guys, Romo's not going to the Hall of Fame.
See, you're wrong. He's going to get in
as a senior candidate?
As a senior candidate, factoring in how great of a commentator he is.
How about
That's how he's getting in.
How about this? If Romo ever makes the Hall of Fame and he gets there first, that means Dak didn't win a Super Bowl because that's going to be after Dak's career's over.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. We'll know beforehand. But you're right. Romo's not getting in as a player.
I'll go with Dak because
not.
He's got a better chance of winning a Super Bowl when Romo's Hall of Fame chances are like 2%.
Exactly. All right, Jackson Wickett, Ravens trade Jimmy Smith and a second and a sixth for Amari Cooper. Do the Cowboys accept it, and is it a good trade for the Ravens? Harrison, you can take it.
A lot going on there. Smith, a second and a sixth for Cooper. I wish I could see how Lamb played as a rookie first. The Cowboys aren't going to do that right now.
No, they're not.
That's number one. 12 months from now? Maybe.
Probably
still
not.
Probably not.
Because Jimmy Smith is not that same player
Yeah,
anymore.
And he's, 32, 33
now? If he was a legitimate, I think, true number 2 corner, the Cowboys might consider it. And I think they could trade Amari Cooper, but not right now.
Yeah, and look, trading Cooper at some point is very much a possibility because you probably can't keep Cooper and Gallup and Lamb long term. You're going to have to choose one of those to let go. So
that
we'll see
Cooper
what
contract is tradable, but
after the second year.
Probably not right now. So the way it's structured, they can get out of it, but not right now, Jackson. But thank you for that super chat, my friend. All right, a common debate here, and Michael Thomas loves to make a note of this on Twitter because he's very soft.
Yeah, if he's watching, we're going to see a lot of empty.
He complains a lot. Julio Jones or Michael Thomas? Pick the NFC South receiver. Who's better?
I still think it's Julio.
Good answer.
I think Michael Thomas is just in an incredible situation with Drew Brees. He's still awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's top 3 at worst, top 5.
But Julio is such a freak, man. I don't know why they can't figure out to get him more involved in the red zone. I don't know what the misconnections have been there over the years, but I'm going with Julio. The big play explosion is on his side. I think he's the better
Tell you what, I see like an 85% JJ. So Michael Thomas's burner account's not showing up today on the show. Troy Daniels, what will the Super Bowl look like if the stadium is empty of fans, or will the NFL allow a certain percentage of fans in the stadium?
Here's what it'll look like.
Watch
any NFL game in Week 1 that doesn't have fans. That's what it'll look like.
Counterpoint, the NFL will set up actual bubbles for fans, and they have to get tested before they go into the stadium.
What are those like things?
All the rich people just are just going to do it.
What are those like big rolly ball things you can get in?
I don't know what they're called, but I know exactly what you're talking
about. You can roll into the stadium in those?
Yeah.
Bubble
boys only.
Bubble boys only. That is how you get fans in the stadium. Look, I think if they have fans, it's 25% at most.
I say let's check in with where we're at in January.
Fair enough.
You know. HW says the Bears trade up for Justin Fields.
This would be awesome. I still think the only way you get Fields is if 2020 is a disaster, because let's say the Bears are 8-8 again. That's a lot of trade capital to move up from pick like 16 up to the top 2 or 3.
Just a general note here, because I've seen many questions for a variety of teams on Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. If you want them, you probably got to be in the top 3 or top 2.
Yeah.
And the teams drafting top 3 or top 2
don't need a quarterback.
Probably aren't going to trade them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult.
I'm trying to think of a team that could be in the top 2 or 3 that wouldn't be a surefire team to draft a quarterback. Maybe the Jets.
Or if there's a team that loses their quarterback to injury. Like hypothetically, actually that's a bad one. I'm not going to go that one. But if a team loses their quarterback,
maybe, but
I still think
even
Washington
then.
goes there. I was going to do a bad example, so I passed on it. All right, Patriots fan wants to know if the Patriots will sign Clowney.
I don't think so. Do they have enough money at this point with
now,
all the opt-outs?
Now that all the opt-outs happened, yeah, they can make it work. I think they're going to roll it over regardless.
Yeah.
But look, the Patriots have all this cap space next year. I think this is going to kind of just be like maybe not quite that Spurs year where they didn't have Robinson, they tanked for Duncan, but it's going to be like a holdover year.
Yeah. I still think they're too well coached, and if Cam's healthy, that's still like a 6 or 7 win team.
There was a report out of Boston that said Clowney wasn't a fit for them, which is complete BS.
He's a fit anywhere.
He's versatile. The Patriots have a versatile defense. He would fit. That
and
was
he's
complete
played
BS.
in 3-4. He's played in both schemes.
It was complete BS. Yeah. All right, John Asplin Jr., who is more likely to go from worst to first in their division, Detroit or Arizona? You want to go on 3?
This is a tough one because I think yeah, sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3, Detroit.
Lions.
Oh, we're same side.
I think the Cardinals.
I was not ready for that.
I think the Cardinals are a better team, but I think the NFC North is the most winnable division with all 4 teams than any other division in the NFL.
Completely agree. Now, if you're a Cardinals fan, well, Kyler Murray jerseys, they're on sale. There's a whole bunch of NFL jerseys, some new ones, some that are on sale, up to 25% off. Saquon Barkley, those more established players, they're on sale. The rookies, the new players, the players who have recently signed, those are under $100. Joe Burrow is available. Tom Brady is available. Go check out all of them. They've got them for whatever your favorite NFL team is. They are all available at chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Those Mahomes ones, they're on sale too, Harris.
That's a pretty good deal. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Like the Cam Newton Patriots ones are out as well. Jamal Adams Seahawks. They're not on sale, but still just $99.99. Yeah. It's a pretty good deal for a brand.
You can find them even cheaper for some of them.
Find good deals. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey.
All right, Nikolas Folk. Okay, so I want to get the most out of the question. So he's popped in 2 of them here. I respect the hustle.
Former NFL kicker, by the way.
We'll go with the first one here to start. Do the Ravens trade Gus Edwards? If so, what's his value and maybe some destination?
6th-round pick, 7th-round pick, a conditional pick.
They just don't go for much.
The Gus bus isn't what it was 18 months ago. I'll just put it like that.
The value of a number 2, number 3 back, it's low.
It's low.
Second question, Matthew Judon and a 5th to the Giants for a first-round pick. I have thoughts ready to go.
Yeah,
no way the Giants do it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Ravens
not giving up
doing
a first.
That might be a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Second
for the Giants makes more sense. Early 2nd round, probably. Yeah. I think that value could work, but talking about a premium pick there for Judon, I don't think so.
All right, from Night Lord, top 5 wide receiver groups in the NFL.
We've done this from time to time.
Yeah.
Last time I was yelling at you and Mitch because you guys were leaving off some obvious ones, but now I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember. Cowboys, Bucks are all in there for certain.
Yes.
I would argue
the Chiefs are still in there.
The Chiefs are still in there. I would argue maybe the Falcons belong in there. But after I think those top 2, top 3, there are a bunch of teams that make sense. Arizona makes sense.
Cardinals, I think, are in there.
Maybe the Lions. I think the Cardinals are in there.
The Lions are the most underrated.
The Bills and Saints might sneak their way in there.
Yeah.
I actually might argue
the Saints have major questions.
Carolina might be in there too.
It depends on how you view the Saints, right? They're 1-2 punch, top 3 in the league probably.
It depends on how much do you want to value the top 2 or 3 guys versus the depth.
If it's 3 or more, it's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Now their number 1 isn't the best,
and their top 2 isn't the best.
No,
top 2 is
but top
Tampa.
3, it's probably the best. Depends on how you look at it, Night Lord.
Exactly.
Good question.
It is a good one. All right, Harrison wants to know what your guys' favorite season is. Type 1 for fall, 2 for summer, 3 for spring, or 4 for winter.
We're approaching fall, and I think all of us would agree when we were kids it was summer because we didn't have school. But Tom and I love football season.
Yeah.
So I'm typing my 1 for fall. I also think it's my favorite weather season of the year as well. You got football, you got nice weather, the leaves change, the food with Thanksgiving that comes
you're
along
making a
with
strong argument for fall.
It's pretty tough to beat. So I'm going to type my 1 for fall.
I'll give some shout-outs here. I see Nicholas saying 3, Mad says 1, Kyle says 4, Danny says spring as well. Question now coming in from White Creek Radio. Packers' biggest need, tight end, receiver, kicker, or long snapper?
If you're serious about winning this year, it's receiver.
Yeah. It's also never kicker or long snapper.
Yeah, exactly. Crosby was great last year.
Yeah, you don't, and also long snapper. you don't know who they are because you don't even know who they are.
Wide receiver 1, tight end 2. Weapons for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's the answer.